Hey there, camera enthusiasts. Welcome back to channel, your go-to source for all things photography and videography. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of budget-friendly cameras. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, we've got the scoop on the best cameras under $1,000 in 2024 that will help you capture stunning moments without breaking the bank. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. Now let's get started. Number 5, Nikon Z50. If you're searching for a camera and lens package for less than $1,000, the Nikon Z50 is one of the best options. You can acquire the camera plus a Nikkor ZDX 1650mm /3.5 to 6.3 kit lens for around the same price as the Fujifilm X-S10 camera body. The camera is well made and even has some weather sealing for added peace of mind when shooting in the rain. It's also no slouch in terms of image quality with a fantastic sensor that performs well in low light. Though Nikon's autofocus is adequate in most scenarios, the Sony 6400 has a more stable autofocus technology and a more portable design. However, it features poorer ergonomics and a difficult-to-navigate menu system. If you're more concerned with style and are prepared to stretch your wallet a little, the Nikon Z50 is an excellent choice. It's a sleek-looking camera with a vintage-inspired design that will appeal to individuals who appreciate the look of classic film cameras. Its distinct exposure knobs provide a little more flexibility over settings. Despite its minor price premium, it has the same internals as the Z50, so you'll get extremely identical performance and features. The Nikon Z50 is the company's first APS-C mirrorless camera. It is positioned below full-frame versions such as the Nikon Z5 and Nikon Z6T and above the smaller, vlogging-focused Nikon Z30. While this isn't the most portable APS-C camera, it's well-made and comfortable to hold. Throw in rapid mechanical burst shooting, respectable video specs, and a good but not class-leading autofocus technology, and you've got a well-rounded camera, with plenty to offer both novices and more skilled users. The Nikon Z50 is an excellent landscape camera. The image quality is superb, with a wide dynamic range that brings forth more highlight and shadow detail. It performs well in low light because there isn't too much noise at higher ISO levels. However, battery life leaves something to be desired, particularly for long hikes in remote areas. Number 4, Canon EOS RP. While most cameras in this price range feature crop sensors, the Canon EOS RP demonstrates that full-frame image quality may be obtained without breaking the bank. If you want a lens with the camera, you'll have to pay more than $1,000, but it's still one of the most affordable full-frame cameras on the market unless you go secondhand. It's also tiny and lightweight, and the simple control structure and simple menu system make it approachable to newer users. Some trade-offs are associated with this appealing price. The camera's all-plastic build feels less expensive than higher-end full-frame cameras geared for amateurs and professionals. It also has a short battery life and a slow maximum burst rate. Still, you won't get full-frame image quality for less, so if these aren't deal-breakers, the RP is a terrific buy if you're serious about getting into photography and want to start with full-frame model. The Canon EOS RP is a mirrorless full-frame camera. It produces great image quality by minimizing noise and graininess even while shooting at high ISO levels in low-light conditions. It also boasts an effective autofocus system for photography and is quite user-friendly with an easy-to-use menu system. Unfortunately, its battery life is relatively limited, making it unsuitable for long shooting sessions. Its maximum shooting speed is also fairly slow, making it unsuitable for capturing still shots of moving subjects. Recording in 4K is similarly limited, as it requires a hefty crop and cannot record at high frame rates. The Canon EOS RP is an excellent landscape camera. Images are sharp and relatively grain-free, even when the ISO is increased to accommodate for bad lighting circumstances. It also seems solid and comfy to use, though it isn't as portable as a phone camera or a point-and-shoot camera on a walk. It boasts a crisp touchscreen that is visible even in direct sunlight. Unfortunately, the kit lens has substantial light falloff, so your image's corners may be noticeably darker than the center. The Canon EOS RP is an excellent travel camera. It produces great image quality even in low light and has relatively lengthy shutter speeds, enabling for intricate long-exposure shots. It also boasts an effective focusing technology that can dependably and quickly track subjects. It's only somewhat portable in comparison to point-and-shoot cameras, but it has excellent ergonomics, so even people with large hands should find it pleasant to use. Unfortunately, the battery life is limited, so if you intend to use it for extended periods of time, you might consider purchasing an extra battery. For studio video, the Canon EOS RP is adequate. Video quality is decently clear and low in noise whether recorded in FHD or 4K. while recording in fork results in a severe crop that wipes out many features around the frame's borders, as well as a loss in autofocus subject tracking stability. The camera has a number of input and outputs that allow you to attach an auxiliary mic, headphones, and an external recorder, but there is no storage for a second SD card in case you run out of space while filming. Number 3. Sony ZV-E10. The Sony ZV-E10 is the greatest option on the market for a vlogging camera that costs less than $1,000. It's intended exclusively for vlogging, with no viewfinder, a fully articulated screen, and a built-in vlogging microphone. Furthermore, it is small and portable, and its APS-C sensor produces high-quality photographs and fork video at up to 30 frames per second. It also includes useful vlog-specific features, such as a product showcase mode that prioritizes the focus on goods held up in the screen. However, if you don't need interchangeable lenses, the small Sony ZV-1 is the ZV-E10's point-and-shoot relative, priced approximately the same. It has a smaller sensor, so it doesn't have as much dynamic range, and its fixed lens is a little more restrictive. Furthermore, battery life is inevitably reduced. If you want an all-in-one camera, it's a terrific option. If you prefer a wider angle view, the newer Sony ZV-1EI has an upgraded lens, although it's a little more expensive and lacks optical stabilization. The Sony ZV-E10 is a low-cost vlogging camera. It's designed for YouTubers and content creators who wish to film vlogs without breaking the budget, with internals similar to the Sony 6100 and dedicated vlogging capabilities like the Sony ZV-1, including a fully articulated screen, vlogging mic, and no viewfinder. It's a decent compromise between the tiny ZV-1 and the full-frame Sony ZV-E1, with a more portable design and more lens flexibility than the latter. The Sony ZV-E10 is fantastic for vlogging, which is not surprising given that this is its primary purpose. The camera has a completely articulated screen that allows you to monitor your own performance while filming. If you don't have a tripod or shooting grip, the camera's hand grip is reasonably flat and easy to hold in a selfie posture. The camera also features a fantastic autofocus system that tracks faces well in video, and video quality is generally high. However, noise and low light is an issue. Number 2. Canon EOS R50. The Canon EOS R50 is one of the greatest beginner cameras and one of the best value solutions at this price point for people just starting out in photography. With a portable design, simple controls, and Canon's highly intuitive menu system, it's ideal for anyone transitioning from a smartphone to their first proper camera. Its wide auto and creative shooting settings make it simple to experiment with different photography techniques while learning the ropes, and image quality is excellent for its class. If you want to save even more money, hunting for older DSLRs like the Nikon D3500 on the used market can be a wonderful way to economize. DSLRs also have more established lens lineups, providing you with additional alternatives as your skills develop. Because of its built-in guide mode, which teaches down the principles of photography for beginners, the D3500 remains one of our favorite starting cameras. It's a no-frills camera in comparison to the mirrorless R50, so you'll miss out on features like fork video capability and a flippy screen. The Canon EOS. Number 1. Fujifilm X-S10. The Fujifilm X-S10 is the greatest APS-C camera under $1,000 that you can buy new. Only the body is available for that price, so lenses will cost more than $1,000, but the X-S10 has a lot to offer for those who can afford it. Because Fujifilm's X-mount is well established, it's simple to discover lenses that meet your requirements, from high-end options to less expensive third-party options from firms like Viltrox and Sigma. Image quality is also good right out of the camera, thanks to its 26-megapixel sensor, with vibrant colors and film emulation presets to vary the look of your JPEGs. It's also one of the few under $1,000 cameras with in-body image stabilization, IBS, which can help you produce clean photos at slower shutter speeds and eliminate camera shake in handheld films. Aside from IBS, it's well made and feels wonderful in the hand. With fork recording at up to 30 fps and superb internal recording characteristics for the budget, it's also a good pick for video production. Overall, this is an excellent crop sensor model with a well-rounded feature set for hybrid photographers and videographers. The Fujifilm X-S10 is a crop sensor mirrorless camera. It produces excellent image quality and shoots reasonably sharp, detailed video in both 4K and FHD resolutions. However, you may notice some noise while recording in low-light conditions. Its in-body image stabilization feature also helps to smooth down camera shake in both still and video photography. It's easy to operate, feels well-made, and boasts a bright, sharp, fully articulated screen as well as a plethora of connectors for connecting peripherals. While its video autofocus ability is excellent, it struggles to retain focus on things when used for still photography. The Fujifilm X-S10 is an excellent travel camera. It produces excellent image quality right out of the box with low noise even at somewhat high ISO levels. The Fujifilm simulation modes can help add flair to your images. However, we haven't tested the camera with these modes enabled yet, and you can only use them on JPG files. It has a very wide shutter speed range, allowing you to capture both fast moments and complicated long-exposure images. It's also generally comfy to use and appears to be well made. Guys, that concludes our top 5 best cameras under $1,000 in 2024 list. All product links are in the description, which is updated with the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.